Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Against the Storm. We're back here in the Cobalt Seal, where we're trying to resurrect our guardian by completing tasks, 4 different options of 3, and we had a big death spiral in our first or second year, losing most of our population, which has us kind of behind because we need some workers. But we're moving forward. I placed down a mine between streams, and I also took reeds off of my recipes over here. In the ranch, where we're producing food diversity. As soon as these mushrooms get done, which I do have 2 workers on it. As soon as these mushrooms are gone, we're going to place the butcher down, which is a nice food building, which will allow us to get the oil to help pay off the unnatural erosion fine every year. We are cutting towards our next dangerous glade, but I'm a little scared to open it. We do have foxes, so they solve crises quickly. But if we get another Fishman Cave, we're gonna lose. So, I kind of want to wait until, like, the end of this year's storm to cut into it. Plus, these trees have a ton of charges on them, 20 each, which makes them 10 times the normal tree. Abyssal trees and overgrown abyssal trees. Every tree we cut down is increasing the hostility of the forest, as you can see there. We have cut down 60, and every 6 trees cut down increases our hostility by 6. So it works out to being 1 hostility per tree. Obviously, you can still get wood at a greater rate per hostility if you cut down the overgrown trees versus the non-overgrown trees. I'm really nervous. I'm super nervous. I'm just gonna start off by saying this might be the first one. I've said it before, but this might be the first one that we fail. I don't think I've ever failed a settlement. I've gotten to the point where I had max queen impatience and the little timer started, which is something you unlock as you upgrade your smoldering city, which is like the place between maps. We've got a ton of farmland. We just, we don't have the workers to sustain it. We've got plenty of food production anyways. So I'm not super duper worried about it. Okay, so we could send out a trade route with Jerky to get us 9 amber. That sounds good to me. We are going to want to trade with this fool to get 1 more perk. Maybe he'll come before the storm. I don't think so. I think he's going to come right after the storm. So we could call him immediately. It would cost us some impatience, but it would start the progress onto our next set of missions, which I don't think change between the seals. How much amber do we have? We have 10 amber. That's not enough to buy a perk. We'll wait till this next trade route runs up. This guy is using the insects we're getting off of the ground and the sea marrow we're getting off of the trees and the ground to produce the jerky for us. We're holding on to 10 sea marrow in there, which is fine. We're running low on fuel. We don't have woodcutters, really. I mean, we've got those 3 foxes, right? So we do have woodcutters, but add in another abyssal tree there. Hold on a second. So that's the clearance, which means we're harvesting the crops. We did pick up the 3-star mushroom recipe, which is super sweet because we've got our ramping fungal growth here. Mushroom is a nice replacement for some grain products. You know, we got, like, it won't go into all of these slots, like in the ranch at all, which is fine, but it will go in, where was that? Was it in the butcher? No, it was in our beanery. So it can replace the grain here since we produce more mushrooms, and we will constantly be producing more mushrooms. I'm okay with making porridge out of it. We probably should finish this building, which would require us making some planks out of wood, right? So I think we can afford to pull the guy out of the ranch. Maybe I should have checked how far along he was before I just did that, but it's okay. All right. Small herbalist camp is done, which is great. Now, that does mean that they're done picking up the mushrooms, which is unfortunate, right? But what it does mean is we can place down our butcher. The mushroom was just blocking the last spot for it here. Now, we won't be able to make the butcher yet, but we do need it right after the beanery. Now, here, we'll be able to use the eggs from the butcher and the mushrooms, or we could be doing the jerky, but I think mushrooms just because we make so many of those. And then insects or meat. We actually don't need to be making jerky here. We do need to be making oil, and we can be using the grain for that, so that's wonderful. Let's go for 50 oil. We'll go for 40 skewers, just so that we make sure to keep that they don't just overproduce one of those. They shouldn't ever run out of things to do with that kind of production. And this will be great. This will be a way for us to produce a fuel off of our farms, because you know, at some point we're going to be questioning, like, if we don't get any major hostility reduction modifiers, we're going to have to stop cutting trees down. Because every tree, again, is increasing our hostility, and our people leave as the hostility kicks in. And if we get up to 5, our people without services have a 5% chance of dying every 15 seconds, which it will result in your population dying. It's almost impossible to have everyone's services fulfilled all the time, even in a well-established settlement. Now, we do have the opportunity to pick up some people here. Will that put our hostility up too far? It's 6 per villager, and it's offering us 5 and 6. You know, I was just complaining about not having enough people, so we might want to lean on the 6 option. I do like the tools over here. Those are very useful, and we don't have a way of producing them. But, as I said, we need people. So let's get on that. We can throw someone in here to start collecting the clearance water again. Oh, never mind. I can't even collect the clearance water. We are at max capacity on the clearance water. I could throw someone else in here to be producing this jerky. How's, it's just the lizards that eat the jerky, though, so it's not as important per se as some of these other things. I swear we had a way to make water skins. The supplier. I haven't built the supplier yet. And the supplier can fit in back here. This is another spot for a farm. So yeah, let's cut in. I know it's gonna cost us more hostility, but let's cut some of that stuff down to make room so that we can max out our production here. And you know, they may as well hold and shift to kind of bring down the size of my mouse. And that way I think I'm only marking the large trees there. And then, yeah, we need all those trees down as well. Perfect. Let's let our people do that. And then we'll come back for this tree so I can place a farm down there in a bit. But we're whipping out planks as fast as we can. Too bad planks can only be made out of wood. It would be awesome if we could make mushroom planks. Come on. 286 mushrooms. We have so many mushrooms. Trapper's camp has been depleted since one of those insect nodes got yeeted by our failure to pay the oil tax. So we'll move that over here for now. We can't actually make the mine until we get some more parts. We are out of parts. So I could destroy the Trapper's camp to get us the parts for the mine, which would get us copper production. But I think we'll just leave this deactivated for now, and then and leave our Trapper's camp alive. So we did reclaim one of those lizards. We may as well toss them in there. And we could, you know what, we could toss one in here too. And then, you know what, if we're making fabric, we should make it out of that leather that we're producing instead of the plant fiber. The plant fiber can be turned into the leather at a 2:4 ratio right now. And so using 6 leather instead of 6 plant fiber is a way of conserving our small amounts of resources. Oh, we're about to hit the next season. That's what that thunder indicates. So let's check out our trade routes before, because your trade routes change every season. We could trade away some meat, which I'm comfortable with doing. There's a better exchange rate on these trade routes, both through our trade negotiations contract, but also because we have a negative modifier. Do we want to call this guy in immediately? I think we do. The Queen's Impatience Rising is a bad thing, but the Queen's Impatience also negates some hostility. So it's okay that we're chalking that up a little bit to get this trader done. And then we'll be able to complete the Heart of Amber, which I think is like always the route I take on these. And that'll get us a free perk for completing one of the parts of the Guardian. The Heart of Amber. Okay, so we just need to buy any of these perks, right? So we can only afford one without trading this guy some stuff. But let's see if there's one that's better. Oh my goodness. And we could double down on our insects per mushrooms produced. And that's per 2 mushrooms produced, not per 2 times mushrooms are produced. So that would be like, you know, when our farmers pick up 10 mushrooms, they're picking up 5 insects as well. And I think it goes straight into your inventory. It's not like they actually have to carry it to the warehouse. 3 incense for every 10 roots produced, no thanks. Reputation point, no thanks. Increased global food production speed would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that we already have that, and it actually doesn't affect the farms. Or do we not have it? Oh, we don't have it. Sorry. I must be thinking of a different run. This would be an opportunity to buy the oil straight up, or the planks. But I think they're going to be... Oh, that's actually not too bad. Faster trader, arrival speed. Or do we want the insect traps? I think we want the insect traps.
Hello.
So that means we need 5 amber, which means we need to produce 10 ambers worth. We're getting the insects basically for free, right? And we'll be getting more of them for free if we buy this perk, so I'm perfectly okay trading insects away. Is there something cheaper we can give them? Yeah, we can give them a reed. That sounds good to me. You know what? Is 2 reeds better? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's perfect, I think. So we'll trade that. We'll buy our insect traps, which doubles down our perk, which is so sweet. I'm so excited about that. Hopefully that saves our run. I'm not so sure, but hopefully. And then we could buy some planks. What do we want to trade for planks, though? I mean, do I just keep throwing insects at it? Maybe we throw insects and meat at it. And we can get 13 planks for that. I mean, that sounds good to me. Yeah. It's a lot more planks than we had. We don't really want to be chopping down trees, unlike on other maps where you can just like clear cut trees as long as you don't cut into glades. You're not increasing the hostility of the forest. This one does not work that way, as I've said probably 5 times in this part 2 video, but you know. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or whatever. I'm happy to answer them or discuss this game in any way, shape, or form. Like, I imagine if you're watching part 2 of a Cobalt Seal video, you know a little bit about this game, but you know, I'm trying to speak to whoever will listen. Alright, the ancient seal is crumbling, releasing a new plague every storm. Plague of the dark forest is this one. The sealed ones in sight, the forest to become even more sinister. Hostility from discovered, dangerous and forbidden glades is increased by 15. Oh no. We do not want that. So one thing to reduce hostilities, you can throw a fox in as your firekeeper. The foxes will reduce hostility by 6 for each discovered glade, so that's like, you know, cutting back on that. Luckily, we've only opened up 1 forbidden or dangerous glade, so you know that's it's not that bad. If we had cut into more, we'd be having a really big problem right now. And then I also noticed that we didn't get our tier 1 decorations built. So we'll go ahead and slap down one of those. And then our builders, which we have 0 of. No, we have 1. Our builders can then get to it and increase our global resolve by 2 for increasing this ancient hearth up to the encampment level. What are we gonna do? Because our people are gonna be very upset if we leave them where they are. So let's pull that lizard out. I think that this fox needs to try and stay in there. These guys would be decent. Let's keep cutting down trees if we can. These harpies are gonna be upset if we leave them in there. I remember we had to toss 2 harpies in here. Actually, I should have left them in there. Let's see what happens when it ticks over. Yeah, let's see what happens when these effects come into play. Alright, so everyone is upset and wants to leave. Perfect. You know, if we throw a lizard in the hearth instead, everyone gets +1 global resolve. That's a little helpful. If this gets built, it goes up again. That's again helpful. Oh, we need to deliver these goods. Let's get rid of that. We'll turn off the plank recipe. We need the fuel. And then we also need to build that, which we will have the planks for. This is being built. That's awesome. We should have enough to get up to the next tier level also, if we can find room to place down the decorations. And that will, at least 4 comfort decorations, right. And that will give us 10% global production speed, which, you know, it means that we get stuff faster. I'm a little worried. This needs to get built, and then I need to save my foxes. So I'm letting the foxes work in here for a second, but maybe I need to move one over now. Alright, that guy finished delivering. That's wonderful. Oh, this is so not good. At least foxes and lizards will like working in this building. But their resolve is dropping, so that's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pull these guys out and toss them in here, which still didn't save them. Oh no. If we build this, everyone gets saved. So we'll up the priority on this to 5. We have 1 builder. He should build it with priority. You know what? Let's take out these woodcutters until that gets built, right? We need the park going up. Normally on YouTube, I like to play on a faster speed, but this is so difficult, I need to keep it slow. Alright, yeah, if this gets built, everyone gets saved. Please hurry up. Please hurry up. Alright, it's built. They're not going to leave, are they? Oh, they didn't get up to 1 fast enough. Dang it. Alright, well, we lost a fox, but it could have been worse, right? Oh, and we never turned this in. So sell goods worth at least 100 amber to a trader in 1 transaction. That's never going to happen on this difficulty. Gain 6 reputation points from resolve. That's also going to be difficult. And then this one is exploration. Oh my goodness. I guess we're going to have to figure out how to explore or get cheated by a trader, because 100 amber worth is 200 amber worth on this difficulty. I need some form of hostility reduction. Every Blight Lot cyst removes an additional 50 corruption. That's not super useful yet, but it might end up being one. Increases time between breaks for haulers. Well, yeah, no, we need hostility reduction. Trade routes are faster. I mean, we already have a trade route thing. But no, we need to focus. Hostility reduction or bust. Oh, it's bust. If we start producing biscuits, then our farmers will have had biscuits, and then they'll be producing double yields. I don't think we need that. I think we'll be searching for more blueprints from our traders. And we can sell some stuff. Yeah, 3, that sounds decent, right? 3 amber for basically less than 1 amber's worth. Yeah, we'll take 6. And then those little bits of amber will help us buy perks that hopefully one of them will reduce our hostility. We are going to try and cut our way into this glade this season, so I should probably... Okay, they're building that. That's awesome. I should probably move these people. Oh, and then I could build my supplier there. We'll get around to it. We should probably move these people up here because we are trying to get into the next glade. This is so rough. I can't believe we're making it. And if this was a drizzle water geyser, we'd be doing so much better, because like all of our buildings are food buildings, which means they use drizzle water, and drizzle water you can turn on rain engines with any kind of water to improve the resolve of the people working in that building. So that's, you know, that's pretty sweet. We are going to need oil, so I'm going to throw this guy in here for the oil. Let's prioritize that. Wow. Wait, we didn't get to the oil one this year. No, we don't need to prioritize the oil. But skewers will be nice. That'll help our harpy resolve. And our fox resolve. Oh, it won't help our harpy resolve. They eat the jerky. It'll help our lizards and our foxes. So that'll be nice. Fulfilling more of their general needs makes them happier. So if we get the bathhouse and deliver tea, then we can get 5 pigment for every 10 insects produced, which does not count the insects from our perk, so that's fine. We don't need that. Deliver 3 tablets and cut through to 4 glades. Oh my goodness. We're picking it. We might never do that one. Deliver 20 tools and 18 pipes, and we'll get 5 oil per minute, 1 tool production, and 30 planks. I would love to be able to do that. We will not be able to do that. Cut through to 4 dangerous glades and complete 3 glade events. It'll give us a bonus to smelting. We can't produce anything like that yet. 25 packs of building materials and 25 packs of trade goods. I mean, I just look away. We don't want to cut into that many glades, but we might have to. You'll notice how pained my voice was when I said have to. Alright, we can take the people out of the small farm. I need them cutting down the trees over here, because we need this event to start at the beginning of the year. I mean, perhaps I just cut like around it. Like, and we can clear those up later. Yeah, you can use meat on that too. Soon I'll have you use oil instead of sea marrow, since we're going to start producing oil. And sea marrow's a little harder to come by. It's not hard, but it's a little harder, especially with this deposit running up. Then the only way we're getting it is a 10% chance off of the trees. But then our stone cutter can move over to here and start collecting the clay and get us copper without actually building the mine. Okay, that tree's down, which means probably don't need to cut those. I just need to cut this one, which they are working on. And with 26 seconds left, I'm not going to stop them. Get it done. There we go. And we just hit the next hostility level 19 seconds from the end of the storm, so it shouldn't be that bad. We've got escaped convicts, a large abandoned cache, 14 fertile soil, 2 more copper veins, a bunch more sea marrow, and my favorite, mushrooms. Unfortunately, 2 of them are small, which we can get, but one of them is large, which we cannot get. This is probably a better place for our herbalist than these berries down here. So we'll go ahead and move them, because just because of one perk, it was our first one. Ancient mushroom farming techniques are described within. Mushroom production increases by 1 every 25 times it's produced. So every single time they gather from one of these little mushroom nodes, it counts as 1 times that mushrooms are produced. We can arrest these guys with a bunch of stones. This will be another loyalty decision, but maybe we should make an empathy decision. Because the empathy decision would help us with the blood of the stag. The loyalty decision could be nice if we find the perk that reduces our hostility per loyalty decision made. The Queen's Grace would give us some reputation. We wouldn't have to deal with the -8 global resolve. And we'd get 20 amber. Woodcutters carrying 5 more items. Glade events carrying 5 more items. And 5 people sounds pretty good to me. This one will be could be another loyalty decision though. So I think that it's a long event too. -8 global resolve could be super crippling to us. Not sure what we do here. Perks and people are nice. I think we're gonna stick with the Queen's Grace here. I mean, am I really gonna find 2 more empathy and 2 more corruption decisions? That's the path I've chosen, isn't it? I feel like we have to go with the persuade here, unfortunately. And then we'll hit this investigate button actually after the storm in 19 seconds. So this can come back down here. There's another farmland thing here, but we already have unused farmland, so doesn't really matter to us. Let's ride this 19 seconds out, and then we'll get started on our event here. Our harpies are about to leave. 3 seconds left until our negative effects go away. -8, we can handle that. 50% of the amount of goods produced in a plantation. Could be nice, because then when we go to a plantation, it'll produce those mushrooms 50% faster too. But 10 amber every time someone leaves or dies could save our run. These other ones with trade routes are pretty sick. Honestly, all of these are really nice. I think I will regret not picking the blood price contract. We're fine with our farms. Our food is super decent. So that's the reason I'm going against that perk, even though I love it. just seems like the better decision for us. Now, what I didn't consider is how much they're getting just from sitting in here. Okay, yeah, they'll be fine. So we'll take those harpies out, and, you know, we can get them back to cutting trees down over here. Actually, just want to use fine. We'll have the other one come up here for mushrooms. I know we're getting tons and tons of mushrooms. We also want farmers. So what can I do about farmers? I'm happy with my butcher. I probably don't need 3 guys in the smokehouse. Producing the jerky. Yeah, especially since, you know, we're almost out of that stuff. So we can throw 2 of our lizards in as farmers. We're not going to be building anything. We're barely collecting stuff off the ground. You know, we still have tons of stuff to do, but we just don't have the population to support it, especially not while we're working on a global event. Or a dangerous glade event. Now, I'm hoping that we can maybe sneak out that single transaction value. But that's, most honestly, that's going to happen if we lose a bunch of villagers. Because of that lucrative blood price contract deal. Ooh. We are definitely going to need to start completing more of these missions over here. We probably want to build a hearth somewhere out here so our people can take a rest. But that is going to take more fuel, though we will be producing fuel from our farms now, so that's not bad. Out of the grain and the mushrooms. We have so many mushrooms. It's excellent. I wonder if we can trade any mushrooms away right now. Excuse me. No one wants mushrooms? I guess that's fine. What else could we be producing? Completing a glade event will get us some people and planks. That'll be nice. We're still trying to rebuild or salvage a building that we find, which we have yet to find, even though we've cut into all these different glades. That's fine, though. Sometimes you find them all over the place. Sometimes you don't find them anywhere. So 4.5 minutes, that's fine. We'll be in the middle of the clearance when that resolves, so that'll be great. I'm glad that with this perk they didn't have to carry things out here, because, you know, even though the warehouse is right here, they'd have to carry it to and from. They'd have to carry it 1 armload at a time out there, and then, you know, sometimes they'll go take a break, which should be all the way back at the hearth, which is, you know, then they have to take the break and then walk all the way back out here. So I'm glad that it didn't come with that. It's nice that you can see all 3 of your races in an escaped convict situation. I guess because it comes with villagers, you know, it's pretty easy to describe why you'd be able to see all 3 races in there. Oh! And as we can tell, we've got the heart collected here above one of our statues. That's pretty cool. I hadn't noticed that on a run before. So we need another empathy decision and 2 corruption decisions to finish the seal off with the blood of the stag. We might be able to get mortal blood done. If we found a drizzle geyser, we could definitely get mortal blood done. But that's going to be hard to find. Sell goods worth at least 100 amber to a trader in 1 transaction. Again, that's really hard. Harpy resolve is low. That is not good. Yeah, we'll throw you in there, and we'll throw a harpy in our makeshift post. Which, the reason it's making them happy is because of the rainwater engine. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad this is rough, right? It's Prestige 10. It's the Cobalt Seal. We hit a really early death spiral. I'm a little nervous about being able to wrap up these last two. I think the last one I normally solve with just like high resolve. I don't know about the third one. I forget the third one. But hey, they were able to plant, you know, 9 fields. That's fine. 5 grain and 4 mushrooms. Oh, we've got newcomers. And, you know, we are in Hostility 3, which is not good. But you know what? If people leave, we're just fine, right? You know, the Queen's impatience will rise a little bit, but, oh, except that now we've got homeless. Alright. These paths have got to go. I need to shove some houses in here. You know what? We'll keep these paths for now. Sorry. Sorry, people. I just deleted your work. Yeah, I'm feeling a little nervous about this next storm. Yeah, let's get more skewers being made. We could do the same for jerky. I'm okay with them cutting down those last few trees. We do need builders working that, so I won't assign jobs to the last people yet. This is almost done, which means we're going to get 5 more people. That's going to be a lot of amber, though, right? Right? And a single transaction is all we need. So if a ton of people leave us and the Queen's not too impatient, we can maybe get a huge trade with one of these traders. 23 eggs. Yeah, that's worth it. 18. Yeah, that's worth it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take all the amber we can get from trade routes. You know, we're getting better deals. And at the trader, we're getting worse deals. Plus, amber's the only way that we can buy the perks. And the only way to get that is really through trade or perks. So, 3 Glade events completed. That's 3 people. Plus, we got the 5 from here. Yeah, let's take them. Yeah, let's take them. Right? Why not? Let's get some more food and fuel. We can probably afford to build one of these farms now. You know, I wouldn't mind placing down a plantation for some food diversity. We can prioritize that. We can activate that. We are out of parts, right? So I can't build another warehouse. That's fine. And then we should clear up those trees. It'll increase our hostility a little bit, but then we can place down our farm. So yeah, let's go with that. They're building the homes. Oh, we're gonna need more homes. Funny how that works. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to deleting these roads. And then I can place our homes here. The rotation doesn't matter to anything except for my eyes. Is there anything here that we want? 10% faster villager speed. That's nice, but it's not worth 28 amber to us. +1 clay production, not worth it to us. I mean, it's cool, but not worth 26 amber to us right now. +2 to flour would be nice if we had a place. Yeah, we can only get 78 a 78 amber trade if we traded everything Sahilda would take from us. So we could attack the trader. That's not worth it to us. We could sell 15 planks for 4 amber. That is so not worth it to us. It would be if we were trying to liquidate them, but it's not what we're trying to do. Thank you, Sahilda. We don't need anything from you this time. You have definitely saved one of my runs before, but it won't be this one. Not this time. Not yet, anyway. So we were talking about the supplier, which is another clearance water building. So I do like it for that aspect. This person's done over here. I actually can't place them close enough to those other trees. So let's take out this one tree real quick, so I can place it here and they can go back to work if needed. Or I could just move this camp out. Yeah, let's just do that. I'll let them finish it though, because that will make room for decorations. Okay, at least our foxes are happy, right? Oh, and they're using all our clearance water for that. Okay. I mean, we've started filling up our buildings, eh? That's pretty nice. I'm a fan of that. And then these two guys are almost done over here, carrying back our oil. And we can make flour and water skins. We will make it out of meat instead of the oil, right? 3 meat to 5 oil. Oh. No, we'll make it out of the oil. This is a better plank recipe, so we no longer need to make planks here. And then we've got flour available to us, which we will make out of the mushrooms. Let's go ahead and make 50 flour, 20 planks, and 40 water skins. If this place ever turns on, it's going to be for the bricks and the fabric. Maybe pipes. Actually, we're going to connect those pipes right now. And this is a place that harpies like to work. That'll help with their resolve as well. Alright, let's... Hey, we might actually be able to make it through this storm, eh? I mean, not with 4 hostility, dang. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should stop cutting down trees. Maybe now's that time. Yeah, you can come out. And you know what? We can just build another plantation over here. You can produce all those things. Yeah, I love it. Resource diversity, love it. Put 2 harpies down there. Put 2 harpies down there. In the meantime, we can throw some people in here and some people in here. One more geyser. Come on, just get me a drizzle geyser, please. But I'm gonna have to cut into glades for that, and you know, we've got quests to do that, but this hostility is gonna be rough. Hey, at least we're generating reputation from our foxes right now. Oh no. So we're gonna need 25 oil minimum this year, since we hit tier 4. I have a feeling our harpies are about to leave us. So we've got our rain engines on. You know, I told y'all to come out here, but I'm sorry. Y'all need to come chill in our makeshift post. We're so screwed. We can put a fox in to burn off that one cyst. I'll let him use the oil. I don't need vegetables. Do I need berries? I might need berries. Berries are useful. These guys are almost done. That one is done. Oh my goodness. Okay, we throw a fox in there and it reduces our hostility level. But I guess we do have some homeless people still. They're building that house right now. It's a little bit of a help. You know, I was talking about building another hearth. Maybe now's the time to do that. Hearth will give us more places to put housing. It'll increase our fuel consumption, as far as I understand, because it's another place to keep warm. And it should reduce the hostility of the forest. Yeah, by 30. It's not a lot, though. Really, I think the main thing we're looking for is a perk that will help us reduce our hostility, which I've been talking about for a while and just haven't found a way to do it. These water skins are going to give us pickled goods. And foxes and lizards both like pickled goods. That'll increase their max happiness by up to 8, depending on how many lizards are affected by it. Oh man, we are 55 minutes in and I feel just as insecure as when I started. What else can we do to increase happiness here? You know, we could have also been making pottery here, which could help us with pickled goods. But we should be producing the water skins, so we'll be fine in that regard. Oh, I'm so nervous. Yeah, we're gonna have to lose a lot of lizards and harpies to drop our hostility level. Oh, and we're out of the water. So maybe I need to turn porridge off, so that we can get the +10 over here. That's probably our issue here. Okay, the water's turned back on, which should be, yeah, it cut their negative in half, but farmer left, okay. Stonecutter's camp is done. Yeah, go collect some clay for me, please. Actually, 2-star clay looks pretty tasty to me. Dang. Well, hey, we're getting amber for every person that leaves. Let's look on the bright side, right? That's why we took the shady but lucrative deal. The blood pact contract. Blood price contract. The Queen's impatience is growing as we're losing people. So, you know, we're not getting anything for free out of this, if that makes sense. Just the amber. Is it worth burning wood here? To save some people? I don't think so. I think we picked up all those people to lose them in an effort to maybe do a large transaction. I'm literally holding my breath right now. Oh, we're 1 oil short. Got it, coach. Oh, look, our hostility level dropped. It just enough people had to leave. You know? No big deal. We don't have any more homeless people. But the queen is not thrilled. The only way to reduce the queen's impatience is going to be to gain... the queen's impatience is to be gaining reputation. Can you please deliver that stuff? That'd be great. Alright, the storm's over. We get a new cornerstone. 3 barrels for every 10 planks produced. 1 more person per housing sounds great. Yeah, that's what we're doing. The rain punk cart will be assigned to every warehouse in the settlement. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. But we're just so tight on space that I'm gonna pick the 1 more housing. We should be, these numbers are blue, which means that they're heading towards a place where they will be producing reputation through resolve. Resolve is just a measure of how much your people are willing to stick around, I guess. So if your people are, you know, really enthusiastic about sticking around, then the queen gets less impatient with you. Alright, so we made that payment of oil, so that means that we will not be losing 2 random resource nodes. I'm a little worried because our hostility is going to tick up every year. But if we don't, you know, start solving glade events, then we'll never get the blood of the stag. We'll never get another geyser. You know, that's possibly more loyalty decisions that we could be making. Yeah, we don't really need the farmland. Do we really need this clay? Or should we be getting the sea marrow and stone? I'm not sure. So if we ever get this resolve point, then we'll get to pick a new building, a new blueprint. So hopefully we can start stabilizing soon. That would be my #1 goal. We'll get some of this fabric and bricks going so that we can build the houses. That'd be nice. We just got our first reputation point through resolve. And what do we want to do with that? A copper bar recipe would be decent. Plus the lizards are comfortable here. Plus it's a brick recipe. Plus it's a pie recipe. I think we can't go wrong with the furnace. Now being able to make tools would be nice. But yeah, stacking up against all this other stuff, the furnace is definitely the way for us to go. Unfortunately, it's a stormwater building. But ooh, it's nice and tiny. Compact. We do need to cut a tree down over here. Just one. And I don't need those cleared yet. Actually, I'll take it. I might be a fool, but I'll take it. Because I want to start building the lizard and harpy houses. And we're going to need spots to put them down. I could also cut out some spots for decorations. But honestly, I just don't see that happening. What are these missions? 6 reputation points through resolve. Apparently we didn't earn a full reputation point through resolve yet. So that's a little rough. Man, 100 amber in one trade is so difficult. We could easily do packs of crops, right? Yeah, we could do packs of crops. And we just need 15 of those. And then the building materials is quite a bit harder, but I'm sure we can knock that out. 5 parts is what we're looking for. 5 pipes is nice too. Oh my goodness. 4 harpies are going to be so hard to keep around. I mean, we gotta do it, man. We need the people. Now, what do we need the people for? I don't remember. But we need them, okay. Put one in there. Put one in there. Put one in there. 2 in there. There we go. I figured out what we needed them for. Gathering stuff. Actually, you're probably more efficient down here. And then I can take one out of the makeshift post to go over here to the stone cutter. We could build this mine, though I'm not super interested in it. Do we have the tools for this yet? No, we don't. The 30 amber would be nice. This is probably a decent amount of tradable goods that we could be acquiring. And it would be another glade event solved. We got glade events completed, but we still have to cut into 3 more dangerous glades after that. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm feeling the pressure, guys. You can probably tell how much pressure I'm feeling by how long I'm paused for. You know, there is the beacon tower, which is specific to this biome, but after building it the first time, I remember being unimpressed. So, you know, maybe we'll build it in the next one. But we're coming to the end of this episode, y'all. Sorry we spent so much time paused, but hopefully it gave y'all time to think about what I could be doing better. It gave me a lot of time to be thinking about what I could be doing better. And hopefully we're all a little better for that. But anyways, we finally have all of these farms up and running, which means infinite mushrooms, stacking mushroom bonuses. Where are we at on that? +5. Yeah. So we're at +5 gained, and 20 more collections, it'll be +6. And then, where's our fungal? Yeah, and we've gained 257 insects. So food might be our way out of this. Now, we're still going to need to turn that into services, We're going to need those services to be relevant to our people, and then potentially we can get on top of this reputation even through the hostility, and that could also lead towards our seal opening. I'm real nervous to cut into more glades without some hostility reduction. Hopefully that comes in off of traders, though I don't think there's very many traders that are going to offer us those perks. I think they are offering us additional perks, though. Did we pick that one? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it right now. But anyway, that's the end of today's video, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I hope this video made your life just a little bit better today. And if not, you know, whatever, that's okay. If it did, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, you know. Check out some more Against the Storm content, and I should be on Twitch later with some backpack battles. But, you know, I'm over on Twitch as Slice was right, and that's where I'm trying to, like, play some games where I can make some edits down for YouTube and interact with the fan base a little bit more authentically than on YouTube. I don't get promoted here at all, so, you know, no one really tunes into chat over here. But Twitch, it's made for that. So I'm trying out both platforms. Let me know what you think. And wait, was Slice right? Or if I just screwed us all out of this run, you know, I might have to do a bunch of work to get back to a Cobalt Seal. But, you know, I'm giving it our best wet fur, and I hope to see y'all